Nice intro, but I think you forgot the part where Kermit comes in. No.
You guys are weird.
What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? Welcome to the revival of the Buttery Show. We have
Word.
Yes, we have here our good friends. My good friends, Kent, the headmaster, because he thinks he's a headmaster.
I got the most powerful wand in the world, so.
Are you sure you're not just the keeper of keys and grains in Hogwarts?
Oh my God. And we have our ambitious, nice Slytherin. He's a nice Slytherin. So, Mike, hello.
I'm really tired of Rowling's anti-Slytherin propaganda. We're not all jerks just because.
Hold your tongue.
Wizards.
And we have
either Mr. Wormtail.
Yeah.
Anyway, and we have here this handsome, dark, lovable Hufflepuff over here. What's up, Mike?
My name is Mike Fallon. I'm serious and I'm black. Boom.
There you go. And we're here to talk about, Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore. Woohoo!
The third.
Yes.
Number 3 out of 5.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. So again, this is the Buttery Show. Again, I'm Ryan, the Dagger Boy. You might know me from Morphin Network, and also I do write for Little Bit Nerdy. And but yeah, we're here to talk about Buttery Show. So before we start, what do you guys think of the movie? Starting with this dude.
Oh, word. Thank you. I enjoyed it. I give it, from me personally, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Even though I personally felt I wanted more from it, I was happy with what I got. So I give it a 7 out of 10 because it progressed and it really just pushed the story along in a better fashion than the second one to me.
Okay. All right, Slytherin.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of the Fantastic Beasts franchise, but of the 3 films, I would have to say that this is the superior one for several reasons. I would say the biggest one is that it kind of felt like it was the most like Harry Potter out of the
3. Okay. Then our wannabe headmaster.
I really enjoyed this one. It's weird. I don't get what the backlash Fantastic Beasts has been getting. I've actually really been enjoying all 3 of them so far. It's hard to actually say which is my favorite. Maybe this one, but like I said, they're all just kind of charming and magical in their own way. And yeah, this film did not disappoint. And okay, I guess if I would have to say, maybe this one is my favorite. So.
Me personally, again, I'm not really a big fan of the same thing with Mike. I'm not really a big fan of the Fantastic Beasts series. But I'll say this is the one that I actually enjoyed the most. And actually the one that actually felt a little more Harry Potter. I know it's a different franchise, but the one that kind of felt
recaptured the magic.
It felt like it was the same wizarding world as Harry Potter, as opposed to a different wizarding world that happens to take the same timeline.
Yes.
Yeah, because the first 2 were cool. This one upped the ante, which I really dug.
Yes. I can say it's also world building. Like, this film actually helped expand the world more in the right way. Like, I didn't know there's wizards in India. Brazil was kind of hinted already. Pottermore. But yeah, I thought they were going to go in China, right? Because I did say China, but now Wutan, so it's kind of cool that magic was. Okay, keep in mind, guys, this is a spoiler discussion. So you guys haven't watched the film yet.
You've been warned.
You've been warned. So
spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. So magic started in Asia. What are your thoughts on that? Starting with. Oh.
Well, I'm a little shocked that they chose a different origin point for it, but it is what it is. It's like it's one of the oldest civilizations, in records because of all the past dynasties, whatnot. So it would make sense. I thought that they were gonna go more on a scientific whim, based off Pangea. It might have started in Africa, like most life did. But I'm cool with it if that's the case, because it's just like with magic, it's unpredictable. So you have to put yourself in that mind frame and not be too literal about where it came from. But I like it. I like it better that it came from Asia, because we don't, in American culture, we don't really have, or in general, pop culture, we don't have that many dope or original franchises where they have great representations of Asian culture as we should. and when it comes to like when it comes to the magical genre, because it's like off top, I can't really think that many like magical Asian, properties or properties that have their roots in Asia that have come out of America in the last like 50 years or so.
All right. Slytherin.
Well, first I would make the joke of good luck getting this movie out in China. Just saying.
Woo! JC can't do it. This can't do it. Kidding.
But I'll say this: if there was one specific place that magic would all come from, I'm surprised it didn't come from somewhere in the Middle East, if anything. But I actually really like Michael's argument that whether there was a singular magical source and then it got divided when Pangea started separating, and then these different cultures tapped into it, kind of like the Corona Aurora from Operation Overdrive. And I'm even surprised I'm actually referencing this, but because we have because honestly, for a lot of media, especially in the West, they always try to make magic seem like a thing that came from like some kind of European origin, like English or Scandinavian, maybe Germanic if you're lucky. So it's like there might be like Norse gods or Greek gods involved, or just start everything from scratch with Nicholas Flamel because he's the original alchemist who exists in real life. But yeah, I do like that we have I like the Pangea idea because it's kind of like Full Metal Alchemist, where it's like where like different cultures have their different versions of alchemy, and they use it for different ways and reasons, and they kind of blend together in our new present day society.
Okay. Teddy Bear, Headmaster.
Well, I would say, I guess I never really thought of this concept much before. Like, I don't know why, just like when the first 8 films were coming out, but I think it is neat that we're kind of getting a little more into that realm of, learning a bit of the origin. And, I think Asia would be a pretty interesting place for, magic to start. I think they said it's where some of the magic started. I don't know if all of it. So maybe say Asia, like what if say the other areas where magic also began started in other parts, and then like the Pangea theory, then they broke off, and like like each continent has their own unique place where magic began, so maybe that's a possibility. It'd be interesting to learn more of this as if we get 4 and 5 or even more beyond that.
Okay. My thoughts. I'm actually an Asian myself. Yeah, let's go! Yeah, let's go! Represent! But anyway.
Asia all day.
Asia all day. Represent! We did magic! That's cool. But anyway. But honestly, I was surprised when they said Bhutan was according to Dumbledore in the film, that temple was the like Holy Grail temple, like where magic technically started. That's why they put their elections there. And also, this movie's honestly, as much as the movie's fun, it's also effing confusing. Like, wait, you have a minister of magic, and then but you have a president of magic, so you have like a world leader. Why was not explained in the Potter films? So where was that guy when Voldemort was doing terror and shit?
He might have been helping behind the scenes. You don't know because we're not politicians.
Yeah, let's be honest. Ministry of Magic were very pro Voldemort in the last 3 films. More or less. There was a giant statue of Muggles holding up great wizards.
Yeah, you do have a fair point, though. Huh.
Then again, why didn't the other world leaders step in to stop Amon in Legend of Korra? So.
So basically Grindelwald and Voldemort are like unlikable versions of Magneto, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Grindelwald, he's for
Grindelwald wants the balance of the two.
Oh yeah. Because Grindelwald basically wants to commit genocide.
Yeah.
I was not your enemy.
Oh, it's not your enemy.
He tried to drop the Golden Gate Bridge while people were still on. Oh my God! It was an April Fool's prank.
But anyways, it does finally we got our confirmation that Dumbledore's gay. Yeah, how many years? I don't know when did Rowling.
It started in. I think it started.
It started off as a joke against the Westboro Baptist Church, where they had J.K. Rowling actually officiated a wedding between two actors dressed up as Dumbledore and Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. I always get those two characters confused, and they were doing it like in someone's yard, like across the street from the Westboro Baptist Church, just to stick it to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But yeah, Dumbledore's gay. I mean,
Cool.
thoughts, guys.
I mean,
Like-
it's cool that they're finally making this official. You know, it's never like one of the things I always liked about the Potter films, like when J.K. Rowling made this, or the Potter stories in general, is that him being gay does not define him as a character. Because there's been lots of characters in media who their character is I'm gay and that's my character, and that's the only thing to me. So I like that, and it's also nice that it's always been subtle, but it's nice that it's finally made clear. And so, if you're gonna make a character gay, you should, make it like maybe. You don't have to be over dramatic about it, but you can also be very subtle. So,
Yeah, don't make it a bad representation of gay people like they did Mr. Terrific and Arrow. You know what I mean? Because basically it's like this. For me, it's like because of the whole gay factor, it basically almost makes up like the whole series basically about all the friends of like a couple fighting. And in this film, they're just this couple's having a lovers battle over their pet. That's basically what it boils down to almost.
Yeah, like,
but that's basically what it does for me. But overall, I don't care that he's gay. It doesn't really, factor into the series, and it doesn't hurt nobody that he's gay. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah, like me, honestly, for me, like Mr. Terrific was nowhere near as bad as the whole Maggie and Alex thing from Supergirl seasons 2 and 3. And I even referenced that when we were reviewing that episode of Power Rangers where Izzy started dating Fern. And I even gave props to that episode of Power Rangers. It's like, I'm glad that they didn't even make a huge deal out of it. It's just like they're just dating. Cool. Moving right along. Awesome. And the way they did it here, also pretty subtle. Although, because I know that they were going to do it in this episode of the Fantastic Beasts movies, I can't help but part of me can't help but wonder, like, I wonder whether or not they can edit that out and how they're going to edit that out.
Oh no, they did.
I
They
feel
did
like
China.
Yep. So I'm curious how they edited that out, and so it's like for me, it's like I'm more fixated on that than enjoying the moment itself. And I hate that. And again, it's not the movie's fault; it's the fault of the politics of other countries around the world, unfortunately. But again, I'm glad they're being subtle and open about it.
Now in this
Open
movie,
and subtle.
Now in this movie, of course, the premise is like, the Grindelwald's back. He's back in power. Dumbledore needs the help from Newt and his new friends, new characters too. So you got a new character. It's a African American teacher from Ivermorning. What's her name? Chat, do research.
I don't know.
Research. That black chick.
Yes.
Oh, isn't she the teacher from Booksmart?
the character's name. I'm on it.
Yeah, so basically, Professor
Vanessa. Her name's Vanessa something.
Yeah, the one from that anime, Read or Die.
Mm.
Yeah. So what's her name? Okay, so basically, the African American teacher from Ivermorning,
Hicks.
right?
Okay, her
Professor
Illuian Hicks. Let's just call her Professor Hicks.
Professor Hicks, right? She's a new character. Oh, I'll just say this. Besides Jacob, I love her character. She's so badass.
She was a great addition.
I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, I want. She was my professor. Not pun intended, but it's cool. Like they're actually showing professors from Ivermorning. And damn, then she's like, I'm a witch. Like, screw that. You can't beat me. It's like, damn, this girl got fun. But anyway.
And I like the bibliokinesis.
But anyway, I love. Why thought of this new character? Why do you think of Professor Hicks?
So,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, y'all can jump in first. I'll wait.
Okay, I like the fact that she's bibliokinetic. I love bibliokinesis. It It was cool when they did in that episode of Teen Titans. Sorry, I love it when they did that in that episode of Teen Titans. I love it when they did it in the show the movie Read or Die, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people love it whenever it happens in Black Clover, which also has wizards in it. So, it's really cool seeing her use her powers. I love the way it's used not only offensively and utilitarianistically, and I just love those fight scenes that she's in with Newt's brother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, I feel like her character and Dan Fogler's character were the heart of the film, in all essence, because it's like I get that that's the whole overarching situation is between Grindelwald and Dumbledore because of that artifact. They can't fight each other like they want to, since now they've grown different in perspectives over the decades they've been alive. But it's just, with Newt, he's cool. He needed more time to shine, but because of the lack of time that I felt that they didn't give him, and then the seriousness of the film, and then the animal cruelty with bewitching and whatnot, I felt like her character and Dan Fogler brought me back, because every time I felt myself waning, they would cut to them and they would bring me back into it. Just be honest.
Yeah. Kent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed Professor Hicks' character. Like, one of the things, like, there was like some, like, we didn't see a lot of Tina in this movie, and we kind of found out she has a bit of a reduced role in this, and I feel like Hicks was around, to sort of give the extra shoes, but she doesn't feel like a discount Tina. She has her own character. She's very charming, has lots of personality. She's really talented. Doesn't feel like someone you want to mess with. That was pretty cool. Also, a little heads up, I kind of missed a few details while watching this because I only seen it once, and also I watched this with my aunts, and we were in the theater where the seats kind of shake and move and they blow.
Oh, the 40X?
Yeah, the 40X. We watched it in that, so it was kind of hard to concentrate and also remember some stuff. So because there was a lot of so
I want a theater experience.
It is cool. I would recommend it, although you might get nauseous afterwards.
I kind of did that for Rogue One.
Oh,
that was kind of
fun. For Tina, I actually heard, again, I don't know, but there was rumors or reports that she had COVID. So that's why I think they could not. Of course, they didn't schedule, but at least they did put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
I like to make the joke that they Kendricks'd her in this episode, where she disappears midway and then she shows up all the way at the end. By the way, shout outs to Valerie Vernon. We all love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, because from sources that I have who did see the test screening version, they did shorten the film, and during the test screening at the beginning, there was about one or two scenes with Johnny Depp in the test screen version, but then they had to recut it all out because of the whole Amber Heard thing. Mm-hmm. So it's the test screening, from what I heard from the sources, was Johnny was in the beginning when they had the back and forth was the scene, or it was one of the scenes Johnny was in it, but then now
the coffee shop? The scene in the coffee shop. The scene in the coffee shop.
Yeah. But because I did the test screening, but from the sources that I have that have confirmed that they went to the test screening. That's that. So it's just pretty interesting how they were able to. Well, I mean, it's not hard, but it's pretty interesting to know that they didn't keep that scene in there and not have them do a final face reveal. They just went straight forward.
Okay. No, interesting. I mean, again, stuff is going on. Warner Brothers, a lot of their stars are doing with legal shit. That's all I can say.
I know, man. It's like having a chair thrown at you in Hawaii.
Freaking! I mean, look at Ezra Miller, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Look, he's dying in this film, so
yeah,
that's one way.
So,
but heck, we didn't talk about Newt. Okay, honestly, this is the reason why I don't really like the Fantastic. Okay, this is my honest opinion. Newt Scamander is being wasted in his own franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say this: as much as it's interesting, this whole franchise has been legit leading off away from Newt, because I'll say this: as much as Fantastic Beasts 1 has some fans, I actually fell asleep. Like I fell asleep. I'm sorry to say this, Newton is kind of boring to me. Like I get it. He's relatable because of autism, and but thing is, it technically looks forced. I'm like, again, it's my opinion. He's autistic.
I never got that from the films at all. I just thought that because they're wizards, they're a little, little off.
Like, because of course I did, with autism. Like you look at like Newt, he's socially awkward, and he doesn't like. He has the keys, like he doesn't.
He never. I noticed in this movie he never makes eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, see, because autism, So I heard from I think the writers that he's borderline has Asperger's. He's trying to put it, but again, like no, it's not like people say it's just because he's autistic. No, there are characters like in the movie industry that like portraying autistic characters that are actually more entertaining.
Yeah.
But
like Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man.
Yeah, and Rayman.
Or Gary from the sci-fi show Betas.
See?
Or Billy from the 2017 Power Rangers movie.
A great example.
That's my boy.
That's a great example. Like, and he's in the spectrum, but like again, like Newt's like I don't know. It's like it's not relatable. Like this. There's
if anything, I would at least make the argument that Asperger's wasn't really as a part of the ASD spectrum. Like it hasn't really been discovered till 1944 by Hans Asperger, and it didn't join the DSD-5 until the 90s. So it's like maybe like present day people on the spectrum, like they we act more like normal because compared to Newt, because we have more resources and information that help us with all of our behavioral quirks, while Newt, like he's like from a time period before people even knew this thing even existed.
Okay.
I mean that's the best devil's advocate argument I can make about it, but again, sometimes people are just caricatured.
Because I was sort of digging his brother more than him in this film.
Yeah, same thing.
And I was assuming his brother would be kind of a jerk for some reason.
Yeah, it does. But then I love what's his brother's name? Cassius Keys.
Googling it again. Hold on.
See this again.
Kidnapped by
Theseus.
Yeah, I agree. So he was kidnapped by G. Drummond's in this film.
Yeah. Now we had to go back to Newt. So Newt's role is technically he's in the side in this film, but basically he gets gets recruited by Dumbledore to stop Grindelwald. Right?
Literally to add on to what you're saying, Ryan, because I completely agree. They made him his own minor character in the film, and he's only useful towards the end of the film. The majority of the film, Newt's not needed at all.
Yeah. See, this is why I'm like, in the first film, you put like, Newt's commander. Thing is, I'll say this, and go out a little topic, but I wish they focused a series on Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob
I have a lot to say about Jacob in this movie.
I am curious, like how that would work if he's like since he's non-magical though.
No, but thing is, like the reason why people we go to a lot of forums, I go to a lot of fans, they all agree Jacob is the most relatable and most interesting character in the franchise. In the series, because he's a Muggle, right? Like he's basically us. We want to be wizards. He wants to be a wizard, and he finally gets his dream becoming a wizard in this film. But thing is, it's also cool because remember what they said: Muggles and wizards cannot mate, right? So that kind of makes Jacob the first Muggle to have wizarding powers.
Like, so basically, you're saying that they feature the first prominent interracial couple in the Harry Potter series because they literally broke the mold. Like, if
really interracial.
Yeah, well, I mean, because Muggles, they're not considered, as pure as in Grindelwald's eyes as other wizards, which is why he wants to commit genocide against the whole Muggle race. You know what I mean? So that's why. So basically, if they're not supposed to mate, then that's just that's how it was in America, bro. Because interracial marriages weren't completely legal till 1959, in the case of Levy. That's just American history. But I was gonna say basically what they should have did to add on to what Ryan is saying, because I completely agree. They never should have called this the Fantastic Beasts series. The first one should have been Fantastic Beasts, and then the whole rest of the series should have been called the Fantastic World. So that way it can be complete world building. We can focus on other characters and not make it all about zoology when zoology barely fits into the grander scheme of things, because Dumbledore and Grindelwald, they're not zoo animals. The conflict isn't about zoo animals. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, instead of Fantastic Beasts would be the first one, then the rest, which would be the Fantastic World, Crimes of Grindelwald, Secret of Dumbledore. So that way we can focus on Jacob and other characters, and then bring back Newt, which would mean if they deprived us of Newt, we would be more appreciative of his appearance, and it make more sense to not have him in it as much, since he's just a zoologist and can't do nothing else more above that. In some.
What if
this
they?
This is why I got you, bro. Preach.
What if they? Not Miko.
Yeah.
Okay. What if they? Or say, on first up, like I said, I haven't seen much of the new Fantastic. I've seen all three, but I haven't watched it as religiously as the first 8 Harry Potter movies. And I found everyone pretty likable in this. I thought Newt was a pretty likable character. I do get what you guys are saying. What about if maybe instead of having Newt be technically, quote unquote, the main character, what if we had a series I forget all the books that Harry Potter had to get when he first came to Hogwarts, but what if we had stories based on those authors, and showing, and maybe have the story with Grindelwald be kind of building in the background or something like that, or each book ties more into the mythology of or each book or each movie kind of ties into that book's theme of that textbook's theme, and then maybe say a 6th film where all teachers come together to help defeat Grindelwald or play a part in taking him down using their various techniques, kind of like the traps used to, or kind of like the traps that were used to guard the Sorcerer's Stone. Like each teacher uses their special ability to help play a part in defeating Grindelwald, like something like that.
Yeah.
Since I will say, like I said, I do like Newt. He's likable. He's fine. He's a fine character and all. But I do think, he was kind of a little sidelined in his own. He's basically like what Big One did to Jacka.
Also, I'll say this too. I'm sorry to say this, but the wizards in this world are stupid. You're literally gonna focus an election on an animal.
That's just how their culture works.
Let me remind you that in Hogwarts, in order to get to the Philosopher's Stone, you need to have 7 tests based on the 7 main school subjects. What was the one skill you needed for the potions test? I'll give you a hint. It's a skill that only Muggles have. You got played, Wizarding World. You rely on your magic.
That's true. But anyway, going thing. So the Fantastic Beast in this movie is a scorpion creature, or a demon scorpion, which actually is kind of effed up. Also, this movie's effed up. They freaking did that. They freaking did
Let me put it to you.
They killed him
in a way that the audience can understand without spoiling too much. Let's just say Grindelwald did something so bad that John Wick going after him with a pencil would be too merciful for him.
And again, they did kind of kill someone in the last film that was purely innocent.
Well, actually, no, it's not. My mom, it's not. It's technically a spoiler review. I mean, spoiler talk. I mean,
yeah,
they legit. So they slit a Chilean throat. But no, they did Bambi. They killed Bambi. They killed Bambi. They killed Bambi's mom. Then they killed Bambi's twin brother. And now he's like this.
They killed Magic Bambi.
Within hours of being born.
And he bewitched Magic Bambi's brother.
What was that? What's it called? Like when you eat deer meat. What's the term? It starts with a V. Venison. Basically, that's what this whole film was about. It's about everybody fighting over venison, and people getting upset about it. And then it shows in school be like, this is how we get venison, just to mess with kids. And it's Joe Grindelwald.
But again, this is why I have a problem with the series. You know what? You want to talk about Dumbledore and Grindelwald? Just make a series focus on Dumbledore, and then make another. So when Fantastic Beasts first announced, right? I thought I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna have an adventure film with Fantastic Beasts. That's cool. Why are you introducing, Hogwarts stuff in it?
Because
get it.
Hogwarts exists in this world.
I know, but thing is, it's like look at Mandalorian, man.
Yeah, you're not wrong because it's like it makes the first film like it's a complete waste of time. Like it makes the first film like it has no purpose in existing. Like you may as well watch Crimes of Grindelwald first, make that the first film, and Secrets of Dumbledore will be the second film, and the first film would just not exist. Period. Because
like-
it has no reason to exist.
Well, the
So
thing
it's
is
like
this.
Legend of Korra, book 1.
The problem is this. The problem is that they just did almost like a repeat of what happens to Perry, but like as a prequel. Grindelwald should have never been a magical terrorist who's genocidal. Grindelwald should have been someone that had those ambitions, but did so as a poacher. And basically, the film should follow how he tries different ways to complete his goal using different magical creatures in different capacities. But since he don't do that, and going back to what we were talking about earlier, which is why this should never be called Fantastic Beasts, but the Fantastic World or Fantastic Magical World. And then just like to add on what everybody you guys were saying earlier, they could have focused on different authors in that time period and then have this story built up in the background. And that way it should have been like, otherwise if they had to stick with the theme, then like Fantastic Beasts, Fantastic Crimes, Fantastic Rescue, something with a fantastic title with it. But since we're not getting that, I agree with what you guys are saying. What's the point of having it about a principal fighting his terrorist boyfriend when we're supposed to? Your whole series is named after a autistic zoologist. Those are two separate things. That's like, it goes back to the old joke. That's like having Tom Hanks play Malcolm X in a biopic. It don't make sense.
That's true.
Yep. I would say, it would be more interesting if the first movie was literally just Grindelwald and Dumbledore when they first met in college and how they made that blood oath in the beginning,
Yes.
and then have the second movie continue where the second movie starts.
Actually, maybe have it be more like just have the first movie just be called The Secrets of Dumbledore, and then build off of that. Like, show their time like when they first met, and then the story evolves there into about how Dumbledore ultimately defeats Grindelwald.
You know what's funny? Again, they should call this Secrets of Dumbledore could be a whole franchise. Like Secrets of Dumbledore.
He's
1,
got lots of secrets.
Secrets of Dumbledore 2, Secrets of Dumbledore 3, or
Secrets of Dumbledore, the college years. Secrets of Dumbledore, Fantastic Beasts. Secrets of Dumbledore, Crimes of Grindelwald.
But anyway, like I could tell this film had a lot of rewrites because in the original, keep in mind, I did a lot of writing on this in the series. And again, according to my reports, or sources, that it was supposed to show Brazil. I mean, they did show Brazil, but it was supposed to be focused on Brazil.
I heard somewhere that it was going to be set in Africa.
And even Germany. Well, it is in Germany. They did say Germany too. No, not Africa. It was Brazil.
Germans.
Yeah, the German wizards. But
Germans,
anyway,
that.
Yes. But anyway, yeah. Honestly, rating wise, I did give it 7 out of 10 for this film. It's not great. It's not bad. It's good, but it's better than the first two films, and that's not a good statement. That's all. Yeah.
True.
You guys give your rate for the film?
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
Headmaster.
9 out of 10.
9?
Yeah, I liked it that much.
Damn. Okay.
7.
I put that on Hufflepuff, guys. Hufflepuff all day.
Is it because 7? Because 7's the holy number in this world.
Yeah, because speaking of Harry Potter 7. Nah, don't trust the guy.
For me, it's like it's the only one of the 3 movies that's passable to me. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's better than bare minimum. But I know it could still be better, and I think the first 2 movies ruin it in certain ways. And one really quick thing I wanted to mention, because we didn't really talk too much about Grindelwald, like all the politics pertaining to Johnny Depp aside, honestly, I think Mads Mikkelsen was definitely the superior of the 3 actors to play Grindelwald, and even the cafe scene felt more believable than me imagining it with Johnny Depp. Just saying.
I'll say this: as much as Johnny Depp is a good actor, and I love his performance as Grindelwald in the second film. I really do. But Mads, it's like that wizard that it looks like a serial killer. Like it's like every day. Like
he did play Hannibal Lecter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
So before we continue, we have some comments I want to go through. So,
Okay.
so Eric Williams says, "Oh, hey guys, what's up, man?
What's up, Eric?
Hey.
Fantastic Beasts was the best one. Yeah, I agree with that. Favorite Potter film? Ooh, Chamber of Secrets.
Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Hmm.
I'm torn between Prisoner of Azkaban and Order of the Phoenix.
I'm going Prisoner of Azkaban. But like in my heart, I had a struggle out between that and Chamber of Secrets because of the basilisk. So
All right.
so 2 and 3, I'm like, well, three more than 2, but 2's up there.
Now some. Oh wait, do we have any more comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grindelwald.
Nah, Voldemort, brother.
Grindelwald, dude.
If Grindelwald was so dangerous, how come he didn't resurrect himself?
I'll say this. Grindelwald killed a baby. Voldemort could not kill a baby.
Okay, let me.
Actually, he did kill lots of people.
That's funny. Okay, but I'll say this. It really depends. Are we talking 1v1 or army v army? Because if it's army v army, I would have to give it to Grindelwald because he has his fingers lined to more pockets than Voldemort does. But on the other hand, if it was just individual wizard, I would say Voldemort is the more powerful of the two wizards if they had to actually duel each other.
Exactly.
Okay,
I can agree with that.
Okay, fine. Now we didn't talk about before we. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Continue, Mike.
And I was gonna say more comments.
Oh no, that's it. But we didn't talk about Grindelwald. Like, why do you think of Mads Mikkelsen's Grindelwald? I mean, Mike, you didn't tell me already, so can't.
Me? Okay. I think he did a pretty good job. You know what I actually think would be kind of interesting is if they just kind of make it a thing that he's played by a different actor in each film. Like, like he just keeps changing his appearance just for the...
Hence me saying Jude Law and then the ghost of Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, that's right.
Yes. And, I really enjoyed Johnny Depp in the last film, but I think this guy stepped into the role pretty well. It kind of felt reminiscent. For example, going from Michael Gambon to Richard Harris, or going from Richard Harris to Michael Gambon, it was like this. Like, it was such a very unsettled drop, but I feel like this one definitely flowed much better. And like I said, I'm not hating Michael Gambon. I thought he did a good job. He had a little rough spots throughout his early time, but then he really improved. And like I said, but like I said, I feel like this guy stepped into Grindelwald's shoes much smoother.
Okay. It's Mike.
Me or
oh, okay. So basically, we're just talking about like how we feel about Grindelwald overall.
Well, Mads Mikkelsen and Grindelwald.
Nah, bro, Mads is a top elite actor, and it shows in here. It's like you had to pass it off from Colin to Johnny, then to Mads. Mads is built for stuff like this. I mean, if you see the range of stuff he can do, like from was it Polar, and him and Hannibal, stuff of that nature. Even in Doctor Strange, Mads always has like this more. When it comes to European actors, like some of them can just bring that more classical villain feel to it, but they don't make it hammy or cheesy. It's like very lean and in your face when it comes to like how they portray a villain, where they just humanize them, but yet you can see how he's just been so traumatized, either just by to see how the world is around him, and then him having to go through stuff, hiding who he loves, and like the homophobia they had to deal with, and then even add on top of that trauma of knowing that now he has to kill the man that he loved, but he physically is not allowed to. So all those factors were balanced perfectly, especially in his expressions and just the way he carried himself and his presence in this film, which is why I think he was a great addition to the film, even though I felt he was unnecessary in Warner Bros. Decision of getting rid of Johnny Depp. Period. That's just me personally, but overall, since it had to be done, I'm happy that it was him and nobody else.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, even the gay scenes, like I cannot see Johnny Depp doing those scenes as well as Mads Mikkelsen did. And again, Johnny Depp is a great actor, and what happened to him wasn't fair, but it is what it is. Mads Mikkelsen really brought it.
So my final discussion or final talk before we end this is what's now the future of the Fantastic Beasts series. Now, according to Warner Brothers, they haven't started the fourth film yet, or script, because they're waiting till the box office for returns of this film. And it looks like it's successful, but not Harry Potter-esque level, like, oh my god, 800 million, 500 million opening, like 100 million opening, or something like that. Making $2 billion, $900 million. Keep in mind, Harry Potter films, they average $900 million. Average, and that's high.
Are you saying like they wanted Force
More.
Awakens kinds of numbers, but ended up with Solo type of numbers?
So this one, it made it money, but it's not like, because keep in mind, the old Harry Potter films, right? Well, except the third one. The third one made, I think, 800 million. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they all made $900 million or something like that. And well, the last one made $1 billion, but see the average in 100. So this one, yeah, it did well, okay, but it's not up par. So, do you see them making a fourth film? And what do you want to see in a fourth film? Starting with Val.
With who?
Starting with you.
All right. So if you want to just take it there, right there with the wand. What I want it to make more sense why Newt's even here, dog. Like, and it's like, why is Grindelwald the main villain when we don't know that his plans are they're going to be involving more creatures? They have to make it make sense that they keep bringing in the creature factor. I want something where it's a bigger scale, more. I want more depths, more story building, world building. I want it to be more grand and more enticing, but I need to make more sense why we keep going with the title Fantastic Beasts and Newt, because they're not giving me more Newt like I want and making Newt make more sense. Like, if this was the case, I think the next two films should show why Newt has to abandon his animals and his true love of being a zoologist to focus on this. Because I'm not really getting him having to sacrifice what makes him happy in this world because of Grindelwald. And that would make more sense to where he has to do these things to get back to what he loves. And he knows that the world is destroyed and muggles are gone. It won't be a world where his animals can be where they can be comfortable or be able to live or exist, or even to where he can be happy and exist if he doesn't abandon what makes him him to make sure he fights for the survival of what makes him him. I need to see that 4 and 5. Otherwise, I'm done with the series.
You make a good point, because in the first Harry Potter movie, it's like Harry Potter had to sacrifice the mirror of Erised, because that's his only way of being with his parents at that point in time. Second movie, he had the risk of losing all of his Muggle-born friends, including Hermione and Ginny, because if Voldemort succeeds, guess what? Like, it's going to if he succeeds, everyone who's not a pure-blooded wizard is going to die, including Hermione. Number 3, he would lose his godfather. Number 4, he in fact did lose one of his closest friends. 5, he lost a lot more than that. 6, he lost the only father figure he had.
And multiple father figures.
No, Dumbledore is his mentor figure.
Dumbledore is his most prominent father figure.
Okay,
yeah. Like he's not Iruka, but he is Kakashi. And then And then in the 7th one, he has everything to lose, including his own life.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think a good point, Kent.
Okay. Yes, I would say next film, give us a little more Newt and make him a bit more prominent. But also, I wasn't so much bothered by Newt being sidelined in this film as much as I was another certain character. So one of the biggest backlashes, apparently a lot of people got was Minerva Mcgonagall was brought into this film, and everyone's going, "Oh my gosh, this contradicts the books. She wasn't around until years later." I'm like, first off, it's the movies. They're an alternate reality. In the movies, McGonagall is older, or at least there's still 2 more films, and they can explain why she's, younger, why she's in this timeline or stuff like that. So I would love to see why McGonagall was brought into the Fantastic Beasts series and what she has to do. Because like I said, while the woman who plays her, Fiona, has done a pretty good job, she's only been in about a handful of scenes. She's basically being the Captain Phasma of the Fantastic Beasts series. So yes, next film, like at least have McGonagall have a huger role in it. That would be cool.
Or
Honestly, I'm a little. This film is confusing too because they said they're going to introduce the Wizarding World, a Wizarding War. Because in the Harry Potter franchise, there was the series was the second Wizarding War, right? This was the first Wizarding War. So I'm like, okay, I thought they were gonna show it, like start it, but now the fourth film's gonna be heavily, on that. So let's hope they do it right. And again, this film's a little better because it's David Heyman producing. As much as J.K. Rowling's a great writer, she cannot screenwrite or produce the two Fantastic Beasts films. So a little better, but it's a little improvement. But again, let's see.
And this goes back to what we were just talking about, bro. If this is all about a lead up to the Great Wizard War, the first Great Wizard War, why are we focusing on it through the lens of a freaking zoologist?
Yeah.
But what's so great? What's so great about the war? What did they all ride magical creatures? Did they have to kill magical creatures for the war to happen and end? Is everybody tied to a magical creature? And if that creature dies, then the world dies. Like why is Newt the main component in the spinal column for this franchise if they're just gonna go straight there? And it goes back to what you guys were saying, what I was saying. Just change the freaking title from Fantastic Beasts to something about that's more world encompassing. It's just basic sense.
Yeah.
See, this is my
Then again,
issue. This is my issue with the movie poster for Crimes of Grindelwald because it had like a lineup of like all of the characters in the entire movie, and then the only text that reads is "Who will be the one to change the future?" And so then jokingly, like I circled Newt and Dumbledore. I'm like, I don't know. I think it might be one of these two guys.
But.
Yeah, so now I'm upset more to know that. I didn't even know that.
I don't think it's gonna be that Asian chick that turns into a snake.
She's not even in this film too. I thought she's gonna be in a film. What happened to the Guinea?
well, we'll have to see. Hopefully that'll come back.
Well, that's my thoughts, bro.
But yeah, anyway, again.
Then again, there was a point in time where Neville was probably going to be the focus. So who knows? Maybe like I said, maybe they're planting seeds, and Newt's the magnum opus of Newt being the main character will be revealed soon. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, maybe he'll be the Vert Wheeler of this franchise.
The Vert Wheeler. Oh my God, Hot Wheels. But yeah, guys. So that's our thoughts. Hopefully, the fourth film. And keep in mind, in Harry Potter, the Wizarding World started in the end of Goblet of Fire. So you had 5, 6, 7. Well, technically 4 movies for that Wizarding War. So I'm now nervous about the second one. Because the second one, the fourth one has to kill it. So
Then again, Avatar, they keep talking about the 100-Year War, and we never saw that. So, we never saw the actual 100-Year War.
Well, we didn't need to, though.
Because it was happening. But anyway, guys. So this is the Butter Show Revival. And yeah, we're going to have more discussions of movies, even old ones, not just new ones. You know what? Let's take a picture, guys. I'm going to do a screenshot of this. We're holding our wands. You can remember this, yeah?
Ooh, look at
yes.
Okay, I got Dumbledore.
All right, smile, guys, smile. Hold on, let me do it again. Smile and wave, boys. I mean, smile and swish. Okay, it's swish and flick. Wingardium Leviosa.
Tongue ties. Eat slugs.
Raise the petroleum in America. And I'm like,
you know what's funny? You say eat slugs. They do have slugs here. But anyway, but yeah, guys.
Freaking nerd.
Shut up, Hufflepuff. But anyway, before we leave, where can they find you? Starting with the black chocolate here. My black
Damn
chocolate.
right. I'm still black and serious black. So, if y'all want to find me online, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, the whole shebang under Kingdom Kid 90. If you guys need to follow my other ones, I got another one under Citizen Cinema. You guys can find me there. Enjoy the content that I provide. And be seeing more collabs between me and Ryan in this group in the future. We got a lot of cool things planned out for you guys.
We got more to do. There's not again, buttery show. This is just the beginning. I know it's a
It ain't gonna be dry. It's gonna be buttery.
It's gonna be buttery. There's gonna be more coming. We got stuff more coming. I promise you that. And you know me, with my stuff with Morphin Network. You know how I still
Or is
do.
it going to be I can't believe it's not butter show?
I'm gonna kill you. But anyway, Crucio. Oh, by the way,
Avada Kedavra.
I'm gonna read your mind like Queenie, even though we talk about it. Fuck it,
Hey,
Queenie.
no more taxes.
No more taxes. Apparently, you didn't talk about Queenie. Whatever. Queenie is in this film. She turns good. There you go. End of story. But anyway, where can I find you?
Right quick, the film did a good job of showing how clever Dumbledore was, and they actually adapted something from the book that they couldn't do in the last film, but I forgot to mention that too. Instagram, Brown_K, as well as QR Rangerbuck.
And Cockroach Boy, who's giving me cockroaches. You Slytherins. You're so...
I am really tired of Rowling's anti-Slytherin propaganda. I'm really tired of it. We are actually really nice people if you actually got to know us, okay? It's the Ravenclaws that act all high and mighty. Let's be honest.
You know who really got to know you guys was Snape when he was getting eaten out by that big ass Horcrux that just killed him.
Yeah. Wait. Mike, where can I find
okay,
Kel?
you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto and on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. And one last thing I want to say about Jacob, best character in the entire movie. I am surprised that the Chillin did not pick him because I feel like that's a twist ending that everyone wanted to happen, but it won't because this could have been a cornerstone for like them having a Muggle as the Minister of Magic, which like they did in the Harry Potter series.
Well, was their president, since there's a president now, or king. But anyway, you can find me Instagram, DancerBoy247. Please follow me on Morphin Network. And yeah, we're going to do more stuff for the Birdie Show. Keep in mind, guys, it's just the beginning.
Man, we don't keep it dry. We keep it bubbling.
Actually, is it more like the continuing?
The continuing. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's continuing because we did start this. It starts in 2020. So continuing. It's a revival.
The resurrection of butter.
Yeah, the buttery. Now we actually need butter. But all right, guys. This is the Buttery Show, and we'll do like we do in my friend. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave, smile and wave. While I try to put an end button. Dang it! Where is that? Damn it! Just keep smiling. All right, guys. Found it. Bye.